If you're diving into the world of music theory or trying to decipher those intricate musical scores, you've likely pondered the question, what exactly is a bar or measure in music? Well, you're in the right place, because today we're unravelling the mystery behind bars in music and more. Ever wondered if it's a bar or a measure when we're talking about this musical time in music? We'll look at the interesting ways musicians on different sides of the Atlantic refer to the same musical time. A bar of music is the designated space on a musical score where notes and rests come to life. It's a segment of musical time, bookended by bar lines. See our linked videos for all the details on bar lines. And they're also closely tied to time signatures. This is another link we'll put in the description. But wait, is it a bar or a measure? Well, for our friends who discuss music using British English, it's a bar. While across the pond in North America, you'll often hear the term measure. Same concept, different lingo. Now let's dive deeper into how these bars, or measures, are displayed in music. If you're curious about bar numbering and rehearsal marks in music, stick around, because we'll explore their significance in classical compositions and beyond. In classical music scores, you'll see a mixture of bar numbers, numbered rehearsal marks, and lettered rehearsal marks. Bar numbers, as seen in the Bach cello suite, are a clear way to explain to other musicians where you are in music or where you would like to rehearse from. As pieces get longer though, this can become a little bit more difficult to track. Rehearsal letters, seen in this score from the Mozart piano trio, are an efficient and quick way to find your place in the score when rehearsing or analysing music. The disadvantage of using rehearsal marks without bar numbers means that musicians can often spend a lot of time counting bars away from rehearsal letters so they can all go from the correct place. Rehearsal numbers, seen here, work in the exact same way as rehearsal letters. They usually have a clear box around them so they do not get confused with bar numbers. A conductor would refer to these rehearsal marks as figure 1, or any other number in the score, to avoid confusion in rehearsals. In popular music, most bars and bar numbers would be discussed in relation to a verse, chorus, or different section of the song. In a rehearsal context, a band leader may suggest going from the 5th bar of verse 2, for example. You can see an example of a drum chart on screen now, where a drummer has made a quick outline of the piece, so that they know where each section is when practicing and performing a piece. If you're wondering what those numbers are, here and here, we'll look a little later on at first time and second time bars. In jazz, lettered rehearsal marks are most often used. They usually align with the form of the piece, so that if a band leader would like to go from section A or section C, most musicians in the band would understand where this is within the form of the piece, without needing to refer to music or a score. In musical theatre scores, a great combination of bar numbers and rehearsal marks are used. Nearly every bar has its own bar number, and significant bars have a rectangle or square around them. This makes it clear for conductors and performers to find key points in the score and quickly find the correct place to rehearse from. In the example on screen, we've included 4 types of bars that are commonly seen within all genres of music. These are the first time bar, second time bar, single repeat, and 2 bar repeat. A first time bar tells the performers who use this bar, and any others underneath the first time line, to use this bar the first time they reach it. After the repeat, instead of playing the first time bar again though, the performer jumps straight to the second time bar. This allows a section of music to be repeated whilst changing the ending. Third and fourth time bars are also possibilities depending on how a composer or arranger would like to structure their piece of music. A single bar repeat looks a little like a division sign. It tells a performer to repeat the previous bar and play exactly what was played once again. This can be used multiple times in a row, and the performer will just keep repeating the original bar until the repeat marks stop. The double repeat marks tells the performer to repeat the previous 2 bars as they were before, and can also be repeated like the single repeat bar. So can bars change length within a piece of music? Bars can and often do change length within a piece of music. This is achieved by changing the time signature of a beat. As the time signature shows a musician how many beats are within a bar, this is the clearest way to change the length of a bar. Rallentando or ritenuto, rals and rits, slow the tempo of a piece and can make a bar feel longer than previous ones as it's played at a slower tempo. A cadenza, where a musician plays a short solo, can also mean that a bar can change length as it can be held for an undefined amount of time, usually until the performer has finished their solo. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to understanding bars in music. If you're hungry for more musical knowledge, check out our articles on rhythm or explore our music theory page on our website. Don't miss out on the next step in your musical journey.